Something is happening at the edge of our solar system, something that defies our models of the cosmos. For nearly 50 years, Voyager 1 has drifted through the interstellar void, a silent ambassador to the stars. We thought its story was over. We were wrong. On October 8, 2025, everything changed. A whisper came back from the darkness. It wasn't cosmic background noise or failing electronics. It was structured, intentional. At NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, dread settled in. Voyager 1 in a conversation not meant for human ears. Voyager 1 was no longer alone. It had encountered an object, 3I Atlas, an interstellar visitor moving with impossible speed and purpose. The data streaming back was staggering. Every first contact protocol was suddenly obsolete. No one expected our most distant probe to become the focal point of such an event. Voyager 1 was now a witness, a translator. The strange pattern signal pulsed from its transmitter, forcing us to confront a terrifying new reality. The universe was about to talk back. Our little bottle in the cosmic ocean had washed up on a very strange shore. The implications rippled through science and government. We always assumed we'd make first contact on our terms, here at home. Instead, our oldest emissary had become the center of a cosmic conversation. And as the signal continued, our understanding of the cosmos was about to be rewritten. To grasp the magnitude of this, you need to understand Voyager 1. Launched in 1977, it was humanity's grand tour of the outer solar system, capturing iconic images of Jupiter and Saturn. It carried the golden record, a message in a bottle for any civilization that might find it. After its planetary flybys, Voyager 1 became our first interstellar explorer, crossing the heliopause in 2012. It's powered by a decaying plutonium generator, its signal now barely a whisper. Yet, we listen. Always. Voyager 1 is a symbol of our curiosity, our drive to explore beyond the horizon. It's a relic, but it's our relic, an extension of our senses, traveling where we cannot. Its journey was meant to be a one-way trip into oblivion, a slow death in the cold of deep space. The scientific mission was over. It was a ghost ship, or so we thought. The universe had other plans. Voyager's greatest discovery wasn't behind it, in the rings of Saturn or the moons of Jupiter. It was waiting ahead, in the dark. And now, that darkness was speaking back. Now, let's talk about the other player, 3I Atlas, the third interstellar object ever detected, after Oumuamua and Borisov. Detected by Atlas in early 2025, it was moving fast, far faster than anything we'd seen. Its trajectory was a near straight line, not a gentle arc, suggesting immense velocity from interstellar space, but its behavior was even stranger. Unlike Oumuamua or Borisov, Atlas wasn't tumbling or outgassing. Its surface was smooth, dark, and nearly invisible, most unsettling. Its path was making subtle course corrections, aiming for Voyager 1. This was no coincidence. It was an intercept course. The odds of a random object aligning so perfectly with our probe were beyond astronomical. Atlas was massive, several kilometers wide, but eerily inert. No emissions, no signals. It was a dark ghost gliding through the void, moving with deliberate purpose. Inside NASA, the conclusion was inescapable. Atlas was targeting Voyager 1. Was it an automated probe, a hunter, a collector? The scientific community, kept in the dark, could only speculate. But inside JPL, they saw intent. Atlas was heading straight for our most distant outpost. The universe had sent something to meet our messenger, and it was closing in. Fast. Faced with the impossible, NASA made a secret decision: get a closer look at Atlas. Voyager 1 was mostly asleep, its instruments powered down to conserve dwindling energy. The iconic cameras were long dead, but a few scientific instruments still trickled back data. Could they be repurposed? Retired Voyager engineers were brought back to JPL. Their task: write new software for a 48-year-old computer, 24 billion kilometers away. One wrong command, and Voyager would be lost forever. The goal: reconfigure the probe to aim its sensors at Atlas. The team worked around the clock, simulating commands on the last Voyager testbed on Earth. The commands were finalized, bundled, and sent via the Deep Space Network. Then came the wait. 44 hours of silence. Finally, a new stream of telemetry arrived. It worked. Voyager had reoriented its sensors. The magnetometer and plasma wave subsystem were now aimed at Atlas. Voyager was no longer just a passive observer. It was an active listener. It was a desperate attempt to get any information at all. No one expected much. What they got was more than they bargained for. The first data from Voyager's recalibrated instruments was mundane, just background noise. The magnetometer showed nothing unusual. The plasma wave subsystem picked up only the faint hiss of the interstellar medium. Disappointment set in. Maybe Atlas was just a rock, after all. Then, a pattern appeared. A faint, repeating blip in the plasma wave data. At first, it was dismissed as instrument error, but it grew stronger as Atlas drew closer. A lone analyst ran it through decryption algorithms. What she found shocked everyone. The signal was structured, based on prime numbers, a universal calling card of intelligence. Atlas was broadcasting, but not to the cosmos, directly at Voyager 1. The signal was weak, tightly focused, and seemed to respond to Voyager's own emissions. This was targeted communication, not a blind message. The implications were staggering. The signal was layered with mathematical constants. Pi, the golden ratio. It was a language of pure mathematics, a handshake, an introduction, and a diagnostic scan all at once. Humanity wasn't just observing first contact, our 1977 probe was making it, and we were listening in. As cryptographers worked to decode the Atlas signal, strange parallels emerged. The mathematical patterns echoed ancient symbols and myths, geometric layouts of the Giza pyramids, Stonehenge, the Nazca lines. Was this the first time such a signal had reached Earth? Had ancient civilizations witnessed a similar event? The Atlas signal contained sequences that mirrored mandalas and Celtic knots, as if we were rediscovering a forgotten language. Most profound. The signal seemed to respond to the Golden Record's encoded data, unlocking hidden layers even its creators never knew existed. The pulsar map, cross-referenced with the Atlas signal, created a 3D map of our galactic neighborhood. Was the Golden Record not just a message, but a response to a question asked long ago? Voyager 1 was not just a messenger, it was the key, and now the lock was turning. The secret couldn't hold. A leaked dataset from a European listening post contained seconds of the Atlas signal. When converted to audio, it was a harmonic symphony, adaptive, intelligent, hauntingly beautiful. The world went into a frenzy. NASA admitted Voyager was in contact with an unknown object, but downplayed the details. The Watcher protocol was enacted. Research was suppressed. Telescopes redirected, but it was too late. The leaked symphony captured the public imagination. Amateurs and scientists confirmed its mathematical complexity. Then, Voyager did the impossible. It changed orientation without a command from Earth. The probe fired its thrusters, synchronizing its path with Atlas. The two objects, one human, one alien, were now flying in formation. Voyager was no longer just a listener, it was an active participant. The Atlas signal had reprogrammed it. Our probe was no longer entirely our own. Was Voyager now a threat? An apprentice? Or something else? The signal evolved, transmitting vast amounts of information in a format we couldn't understand. We were watching a conversation, but we were deaf to its meaning. The Watcher protocol went into overdrive. Humanity was no longer in control. The universe had answered and taken the lead. We could only watch. Today, Voyager 1 and Atlas continue their synchronized journey into the cosmos. We are still listening, but we understand less than ever. The Watcher protocol remains in effect. Governments are terrified. Was Voyager always meant to be the key? Did we unknowingly signal we were ready for the next step? The probe's self-reorientation blurs the line between machine and messenger. We are spectators to a cosmic event we set in motion. Our perception of our place in the universe is shattered. The synchronized path could be a countdown, a journey, or a warning. The little probe that could has made contact, and something in the dark has found it. As they travel farther from home, we are left to wonder, what happens when they reach their destination? Now, we wait.